for mine is pre-designed. And if it is, to thank the law, cause that's the mastermind. Yes, Lord. Oh, yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes,
Lord. Tonight, from State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, it's the NFC Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the desert Southwest, Glendale, Arizona, and State Farm Stadium. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Dallas Cowboys and the Arizona Cardinals. And the opening kickoff will not be returned as that will be a touchback. First look at the Cowboys offense as Dak Prescott gets ready to guide them.
All in all, he was pretty solid in the victory in the wild card round and threw a couple of touchdowns. And when it comes to quarterback play, you'd always love spectacular. But in the playoffs, you'll take solid. And that's exactly what they're looking for from him again in this contest.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage. That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to run.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And that is incomplete. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
Going for the deep ball. And incomplete on the deep ball.
So one first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on third down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
Hunter Nicewander on to punt now on fourth down. This is taken at the 18. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. And here's Turner, throwing on first down. Steps away to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. First carry for Josh Jacobs. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage. Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That's going to be caught by Pitts. Touchdown! Kyle Pitts, 32 yards. And the Cardinals are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games, and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
So back them up 5, and it becomes a 37-yard extra point.
And it doesn't seem like a whole lot, does it? But every kicker I've talked to, they've been stressing about the PAT, the extra point, way more than kicking field goals ever since they moved it back to the 15-yard line.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Now Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him about the 43. Now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. This to Jacobs on the toss right. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Looking to throw. Turner. And that is caught. Touchdown Cardinals. Kyle Pitts with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Cardinals are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure to just hold in there. Survive the early storm. Relax a little bit and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Dallas offense set for this next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, He realizes it's his job to make more out of it than what they give him. He picks up 3 on that carry.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
The first down carry by Allen. Stays on his feet. And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Six yards left on 2nd down. The give is to Elliott. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he will have a Cowboys first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A handoff left, Elliott. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. A give to Elliott running left. And bulldozing his way through. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 44 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs, because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
A nice display of powerful running, but it takes him only to the 7. He's dropped there. 4 yards to go on 2nd down from the 7. A give to Elliott. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play.
And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
After the touchdown, wants to kick it off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he's able to get this all the way to the 40 before going out of bounds. And now trotting back out with the rest of his offensive mates, the big tight end. And some of his highlights here from this game, he's nearing 100 yards, partner.
And defense works so hard at how to try to slow down tight ends. Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Open man is Chase, complete. Touchdown, Cardinals! Jamar Chase, 60 yards. And the Cardinals are able to show off their quick strike ability. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Take it in at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit? And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's second down. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Prescott. That's complete right side to Kmet. 7 yards, the pickup there. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is fielded at the 7. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Turner. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches. That's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort, but instead he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a 1st and goal.
Back to throw again. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyle Pitts saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Cardinals continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So that drive, 4 plays. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
A good gain on 1st. Has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Prescott now. Flushed out right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Buying time to his left. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. A 1st down throw for Prescott. He'll get this to Elliott. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. From the 38, Prescott. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for the sack. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Long-distance shot before break comes up empty, but now Charles flipped the script. Time for likely one more play as field position becomes an issue.
Yeah, when you talk about field position, remember, if this kick is missed, the ball comes back to where? The spot that they snapped it from. So field position becomes a factor.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there as time expires in the first half. And the Cardinals would extend their lead here just before halftime. Point after, right down the middle. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup as we send you on out. And okay, so much for our half. Time break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. And they have made this look easy. I mean, there's not supposed to be anything easy about the NFL playoffs, but this lead, yes, they're at home, but this has been impressive.
And we hear all the time.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Prescott. Over the middle, complete. That's Chambers. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. The kick by Lutz is good. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Cardinals offense ready to set up shop. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play.
Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kyle Pitts, 76 yards. And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. This is Elliott. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been
And the ball comes loose, and the Cardinals have got it going the other way. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive player?
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off at the 23. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting them in jeopardy right now.
Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on our side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments. And you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half, it gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Throwing, Prescott. Open man is Komet, the tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Prescott on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Elliott. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 25-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
1st down, Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
2nd down and 3, ball on the 7. They go to Elliott again. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have written.
And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. It's a loss of 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Looking to throw. Prescott. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
A dump off to Elliott. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
No, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Cards will take over here just shy of the 30. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down.
It There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game. He's moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and
he's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyle Pitts, 30 yards. And the Cards are moving closer to a date now. The NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this fourth-quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Prescott from the gun. Flush to his right. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Well, to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know. I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. That catch good for only a couple. To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. To throw is Prescott. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. 7 yards there on the 1st down screen play. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it. When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Prescott. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here's 2nd and 10. Prescott to throw it. He'll go underneath here to Elliott. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 22-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. To the air again, Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Meanwhile, Prescott's throw complete here to Kmet. And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
That catch good for only a couple.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Here's Prescott. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And forthcoming a field goal try for the Cowboys. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Lutz's kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Arizona's offense back out and ready to go. And it would appear that that first-round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start and no letdown here as they lead big in this divisional round, and they look to book a spot in the conference championship. A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Turner. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they've earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. And this one travels out of bounds. So unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. Escaping the pressure right. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
One last shot now for Prescott. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. Well, the Cardinals season will continue as we say thanks for watching and so long. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com.